What's going on, people? Welcome back to the Red Devil Circle. The title of this video does not exactly match my excitement. It doesn't tell my excitement, obviously, to start this to kick off this season tomorrow. So I'll just get that out of the way first of all. I'm hugely excited about this season. I think the the um the people we have on the board right now, they've worked really hard, and you can see that from the signings. These are not subpar signings. These are signings that I think anyone would love to have. A player like Delete. Um, he has a huge potential and obviously huge experience from the people who's played with. So yeah, but the title of this video is Manchester United midfield scare. And if you're not scared about the midfield right now, I don't know if you watch football or you watch Manchester United. I don't know what's going on with you, but this is a midfield that was ran through the whole season last season, and it wouldn't make sense for you not to be scared about it. It's a very vital position in football, and as we say here, soccer. It's a very important position. It's the spine of the team, and you need people who are best in class in that position. And I feel like this position have been overlooked a little bit. Like I know the defense was very important as well, very important, but so is the midfield. Very important. You need to have the spine of the team right. You need to have the foundation right. And if you want to play the kind of football that we are hoping that Ten Hag can play, right? We haven't seen the attacking style ever since this guy came around. But I think now he has at least enough players to be able to start showing us why we signed a freaking attacking style manager. So yeah, hopefully we get to see that. But before we go on talking about Manchester United midfield scare, guys, take a second and subscribe to the channel as we get into this new season. Take a second to support the channel and let's get rocking. Let's keep the momentum going, and so we could keep making videos like this for you guys to enjoy. We could keep going into the community and making things better. But yeah, let's get back into it. So the thing that the let's say the player we've been focused on to fix our midfield was Manuel Ugarte, right? A Uruguayan midfielder, hasn't really shown his qualities at PSG, I don't think. But the asking price is definitely too much. It's definitely too much. But at this point in the window, we need to get the signing done because we obviously don't have a strong midfield. We're one injury away from like chaos, and even without an injury, the midfield is still very questionable because there's a lot of times that there's just a gaping hole in that midfield, and you're like, what is happening? Manuel is more attacking, and Casemiro is not as agile as he used to be, but he still brings in a lot of experience. I'm still happy to have him there, and I don't see a reason why we should sell Casemiro to make funds for Ugarte, which is what I'm hearing. Um, I'm hearing in various news outlets right now that we need to sell Casemiro to be able to raise money for Ugarte. Unless PSG is ready to lower their asking price, then we wouldn't need to sell Casemiro. I think we need to keep Casemiro and also sign Manuel Ugarte because he's mind you, this guy hasn't really shown his qualities at PSG. So we're buying him off talent, and you're expecting him to come and show his best qualities um, that he started with in his professional career. Um, the qualities that made PSG sign him, you want him to now come show at Manchester United. Hopefully under better coaches, obviously. Maybe PSG didn't use him well, but there's still a lot of question marks there, and I can't seem to I can't seem to get why this boat will float. Um, there's every reason to think it could also sink. From what I've seen, obviously from highlights, I never really watched the guy. He didn't play much for PSG. From what I've heard, he played like one game. I'm not sure about that. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, from what I've seen from highlights, he's good in his tackles, strong in his tackles, very willful. Once he goes to get the ball, he makes sure he gets the ball right. And you've seen a lot of times when McTominay is tackling, he goes into the tackle and doesn't come away with the ball, and you're like, how is that even possible with his build and everything? But the only time McTominay is very prominent is when he's attacking, and that's where he shows his will to score. But in terms of putting tackles when we're defending and being in the right positions, McTominay is not um, he's not sound in those areas. And I'll say Ugarte is definitely a bit of an upgrade to that. Definitely has more ball control than McTominay. Definitely can link up play a bit better than McTominay from what I've seen in his highlights. So that's the thing. From what I've seen in his highlights, not what he's produced in the last year or so. So he needs to bring his best qualities back to life. He needs better coaching and stuff like that. So yeah, he's definitely not worth 60 million. I don't understand. Or 50 something million is the asking price. Um, yeah, but this is the deal we need to get done, and I feel like we should have a lot more options than just Manuel Ugarte, and we should have gone with that already because we're playing football tomorrow. Premier League is started, and our midfield is still very subpar, and it's a scare. It's worrying, and if you know football, you know definitely. Like, look at the top teams. Like, you need the midfield to be ready to um to take on the heat of the Premier League, and you don't just need a hard worker. Mind you, Manuel Gatti looks to me like more of a hard worker than someone who's comfortable in getting away from pressure and stuff. You look at Rodri, he's calm. Manuel Gatti is a rash player. He looks rash. He doesn't always look comfortable, and that's my criticism. I don't care what you think, but from what I've seen, he's rash and he likes to fly into tackles. He's more agile, which is good to play cleanup and whatever. But we're not a small team, and we're trying to play build up football. We're trying to play big man football, however you want to say that. Um, we're trying to play better football, so we need someone who's as good as in tackling as he's good in turning away from pressure comfortably and just looking like an absolute Rolls Royce. We need someone with that kind of standard um, if we want to make good things happen in this football club. And obviously, we're not going to get a player like Rodri, who's the best in the world in the midfield area, but we need someone who can be comfortable on the ball and also clean up when needed. And he seems to me like he can definitely tackle. He can definitely work hard. But there's a lot of hard workers in the Premier League, so that is not good enough. But the thing I'll say about Gate, he's an upgrade on McTominay. Has a better touch. He's more aware of pressure. He's more aware of dangers. Um, he's more aware of dangers, and he can definitely show up and close those open areas that have been left out. He's more aware defensively than McTominay is the point I'm trying to make. So that is a good thing already in its own. That's a good addition. But yeah, in the past hour or so, Fabricio has come out and also said that His agent is in Manchester right now, so that's a deal we're likely looking to finalize to get it over with as quickly as possible. And I would have liked us to get two midfield signings at least before the end of the window. Um, but right now, I'll be actually happy with one because I don't really see us doing a lot of business now. And yeah, this season is gonna be brilliant if we get our midfield sorted out because we have a player like I don't care what the media is saying, but the lead could be turn out to be very brilliant. But it's not just okay to have the foundation. Like if Delete is making tackles and being comfortable on the ball with Lisandro Martinez, but they're not seeing a lot of options, and then they're not seeing a lot of options or players showing up for the ball in the midfield who are comfortable with turning away from pressure, receiving the passes, um, making plays, passing move. Um, if they're not seeing that in the midfield, then they're gonna try to switch it to the wing or play. You know, we're gonna end up doing the same thing we've been doing for the past couple of years, or for the past 10 years, maybe. We haven't been able to play comfortably under pressure, and so we keep sending it forward. We're not a passing team, and that's what we brought this manager to do. And the midfield is crucial to that, very very crucial to that. So yeah, it's definitely a concern that I hope that will get sorted out soon. I feel like I can get behind the board that they're working hard, and I feel like they understand the situation, but I don't think they exactly. I mean, right now, Fabricio had come out and say they're prioritizing the midfield, obviously, above anything else, and they're still in talks. They're still in talks with each other about if it's a good idea to sign a left back, and Marcus Alonso is coming into the equation there. I don't know how. And Sergio Reguilon is still a name that's coming around in the left back position. But yeah, from Fabricio Romano, he's saying that Manchester United are prioritizing the midfield, which is a good thing to hear. But I don't think they really put into thought. I don't think they really put into thought how crucial this midfield is, and that's why we haven't seen any signings in that area, and that's why we've only seen. Um, I haven't seen a lot of players apart from Zubimendi. I haven't seen other talents in the midfield linked to us that much, and I feel like they might have missed the trick there because it's just crazy to me that they wouldn't see how important this midfield is. But right now they're working on it, so let's hope for the best. And yeah, in terms of left back role, I heard they're looking at some guy named Hermoso. I don't know much about him, but it's not serious right now because they feel like the midfield is the next priority signing for the club. So yeah, I'm hyped up for tomorrow. How you guys feeling? Are you guys popping some champagne, celebrating the start of the Premier League tomorrow? Let me know in the comments. I'll be right there with you.